Yeah, so the most common question I get asked by clients is, am I going to go to jail for my first time offense DWI? And the simple answer is no. It is very unlikely that a first time offender for a misdemeanor DWI is going to go to jail. I could even go so far as saying even a first time felony DWI, as long as no one was injured, very, very unlikely that you're going to do real jail time for a first-time offense when no one was injured, whether it's a misdemeanor or a felony DWI. And the most common alternative to a jail sentence that we see is here in Texas is what's called deferred probation. There are a couple of others, and I'll touch on those in a second, but the most common is deferred probation. So assuming that there wasn't some way that we found to get your case dismissed, and that's a separate conversation, but assuming that we could not get your case dismissed and we have to plea bargain, which means negotiate a deal with the state, where you plead guilty and admit guilt to the offense. The most common plea bargain is deferred probation. Deferred probation is when you agree to a period of time where you will be on what's called community supervision, where you basically meet with a probation officer and have to complete certain pre-agreed upon conditions. And if you successfully complete that deferred probation, all the conditions are done successfully within the requisite time frame, then at the end of the probation, the court will not convict you of the DWI. So it's a bit of a carrot and stick situation. The benefit of deferred probation is that although you admitted that you were guilty and you pled guilty, the court will wait to see if you can successfully complete your probation period and all the conditions that you agreed upon. If you do, then the court rewards you by not finding you guilty of the DWI. And so on your record, you will not have a conviction for DWI, which is huge. The downside of a deferred probation, the stick part, if you will, is that if you do not successfully complete the probation, if you violate one of the conditions for any number of reasons, the judge has the authority to sentence you to jail for up to the maximum range of punishment. So for a Class B DWI, that would be 6 months. And for a Class A, it could be up to a year. Now, if you violate and it's a technical violation and it's really not that bad, usually your lawyer can convince the judge to not revoke you from probation and sentence you to jail. That's, again, another conversation. But deferred probation is, generally speaking, the most common of the plea bargains that you see in a first-time offense for DWI.